Watch the Cowboys play right now. What is the first thought that goes through your mind?
You realize how good Dak Prescott is. I mean, that's what you think of.
Absolutely.
They are horrendous without him. And look, that offense, one of the best offenses in the league, led the league in offense when Dak Prescott plays. That's what I think about him.
They were down. They in the 3 games they've played without him, they've scored a total of 1 touchdown. It came when they were down 31-3 in a game against the Cardinals with 3 minutes left. So they've essentially not scored a touchdown that was meaningful the entire time. Ryan Clark, what are we supposed to say here? I mean, what are we supposed to say today about this game?
That you understand that this is 2 bad teams playing, but one reason why it's bad is because the best player, the best leader, the best person in an entire organization is no longer a part of the team, and the team is falling apart, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. When you look at these 2 teams, the relationships between their quarterbacks are totally different. The relationship between Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles is a very toxic relationship. It's like being in a relationship with Future, the rapper, right? You think it's going to go really well for most of the time, but you're going back and forth because you're trying to figure out, do I love him or do I hate him? That's where Carson Wentz is. That's where he's bringing Dan every day. He throws Dan away, and then he throws the fishing pole out, hooks him again, and brings him back in. But he's doing that to the fans, and he's doing that to the organization. But on the other side, you got your lifer. On the other side, you got the one that you need to marry. That's going to be a ride or die. That's going to show up every single day, and that's going to make everything about your life better. The Dallas Cowboys are terrible. They're abysmal. They're hot trash, straight up burning garbage. But Dak Prescott made them interesting every week. Dak Prescott made a team compete. Dak Prescott showed a team that they could be in every game because of who he was as a player and a man. That's not what we see right now between these 2 teams. Wow. And I really don't want to see either one of them play a playoff game the way that they're playing now.
We do need to talk about Wentz, though, because he does have the moments, and he is supposed to be the difference maker in the division. What do you see?
He was lucky that they played against Ben DiNucci last night. I mean, that's the truth. And the reality is this, like, it's getting really hard to stand up here and continue to have number 11s back. And I'll continue to do it. But I'm sick and tired of hearing you in post-game press conferences go, I just got to be smarter with the football.
No kidding.
No, duh. I know that. My 8-year-old son who plays flag football knows that. Like, at some point, stop saying it in your press conference and just start doing it. Because the reality is this. You either smartly play your team into the playoffs or stupidly play your team out of the playoffs. And that's such a simple concept to grasp, and you're talented enough to do it. I will say this, watching the football game last night, you guys ever wake up in the middle of the night and like watch an infomercial at 1 o'clock in the morning and you're watching it for an hour, you go, why am I watching this?
I usually buy stuff too.
That's what I felt like watching that game last night. I'm sitting there going, why am I watching this game? It's awful.
At the end of but did you order the product? I mean, that's the question. At some point, maybe you order the knife.
Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear, Susie, and Fernando. Thank you very much. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, and girls, this does not work. So let's get open for business here. And let's wake up those football gods who have turned their backs on the Dallas Cowboys. I see Crystal May, and I know I saw Jessica. Jessica, what's up, ladies? What's up? Jessica, how you doing, Jessica? I'm sure that Eastside Shirley will be in trying to hit on Jessica. You know, they know we got the nicest ladies up in here. All right. If you're in here tonight, you're one of 2 things. You are truly a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan that literally bleeds blue after the season that we've had, or you're a Philadelphia Eagle fan who's in here to troll. But I got to tell you, you know, I'm talking to Philly 500, you know. Philly 500, it's kind of like, if you've been married for a long time, you know, there's a thing that you always say, choose your battles, okay? And is this the thing that you are willing to fall on your sword with? Because I've learned something, that sometimes you can win, but you lose. Because you can get in an argument with your wife, and you know you're right. You know you are right. And you prove to her that you are right. And you win. But buddy, buddy, you know you're going to pay for that win. You know that you got to sleep with her. And you literally, you got to sleep with her. And you know you better have at least one eye, if not two eyes, wide open. Because it's like, yeah, I won, but I really didn't win. And that's what Philly 500 was. Oh, there's Miss Jackie. What's Miss Jackie? How you doing? Oh, I love my ladies. I love my ladies in here. Shout out to all the ladies that are here. Diehard, let's see. Hesburg, diehard Dallas fan, just like Dallas can. We in the can. Dallas fan. Cowboys up north, up in Canada. What's up, man? You sleeping on the couch? No, that's one thing. Imani, Dak fan up. There we go. First super chat of the night. Dak fan, thank you very much. That's one thing that I have never had happen between me and my wife, is either of us sleeping on the couch. I am happy to actually say that one. Now we've definitely slept opposite directions, far away on the bed, but we've never slept on the couch. We not intentionally, not because of an argument. Now we've fallen asleep watching Netflix and everything else, wake up with back hurt and everything else, and crawl upstairs to bed. But the real fan, you know, sometimes it's better just to kind of like, I'm just going to eat this one. I'm just going to eat this one because winning is not really winning. And I'll be honest with you, I've been talking up Stello 300. What's up, man? There's Michael Anthony back. What's up, Mike? All right. So $10 holla, as Jessica says. Okay. All right. So Mike's got it from here. Mark sleeping with Dak's pick. You know what? I tell you what. If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, all of us should be sleeping with the Dak Prescott picture, because I'm going to tell you, you know what? I remember some of the jackasses out there on the YouTube, okay? And you know what I'm going to tell you? I'm going to tell you, as I get in here tonight.
You don't understand.
I ain't scared of you.
Scared of you, motherfucker.
But there's a lot of YouTubers out there that literally trash my quarterback and say, oh, man, he's late. Slow reading plays. He's taking sacks. He's garbage. He's trash, okay? I'll take it. I'll take Kirk Cousins over him. I'll take Josh Allen over him. I'll take Baker Mayfield over him. Carson Wentz is the best. Carson Wentz, even these jackasses right here. Carson Wentz can do great things that Dak Prescott can't do. Dak, he's just average. He's a bus driver, okay? It's the Zeke Elliott show. All of you dudes owe him and a power. Oh, there's Miss Anita Applebaum. How you doing, Miss Anita? Wrong one. Right. Hell, we would have won that game with Andy Dalton last night. We would have won, Miss Anita. Miss Anita, welcome, Miss Anita. Dak fan says she sleeps with Dak Prescott's picture. All right, I'm not going to judge. But seriously, much like Tony Romo, undrafted free agent quarterback that the Cowboys got lucky to get. Dak Prescott, 4th round draft pick, that guy kept the team together. But, we have other problems that Dak was kind of taken care of. I was definitely a jackass, not the one I found. But it's crazy that, as the saying goes, you don't miss the water till the well runs dry. You think about how we were like, oh, Jason Garrett, he's trash. We got to get rid of that guy. He's trash, right? Oh, okay. Maybe he wasn't as bad as we thought he was. Right now, the Giants are beating Tampa Bay. I don't think it'll last 7-3, but they're at least competing. And I'm beginning. Okay, you're making me lose my thought here, but I'm beginning to think that Mike McCarthy and crew ain't all this cracked up to be. This whole thing of, we're not the blue and white scrimmage, no close-ups of any of the players, okay? No numbers on the jerseys. Like he's got this super secret plan that's going to blow everybody away. Or was it that we're really trash and I don't want anybody to see how trashy we really are? Because I ain't seen anything out there that says, wow, not the one is found. Thank you very much. Not the one is found. Make sure you email me at this email address right here and put your address on there and say, hey, I became a channel member tonight. Send me a shot glass. But I'm beginning to wonder, Defa? I mean, seriously.
What the hell's going on out here?
That game plan from last night, I just don't understand the game plan from last night. Could somebody explain it to me? It was like they must have worked all week on trickery. And the only one that got tricked was the Dallas Cowboys. Pete, the Cowboys can't score points. Also, with or without Dak, we are literally 0-4, which is. But hold up, Pete. See. Here's the thing that's funny. Okay. Ooh, boy. So let me ask you this. I don't know which side you're on the fence, Pete. I don't know which side of the fence you're on. But if you had a choice of Carson Wentz, who is 12-12, okay? He's not even good enough to be Jameis Winston 30 for 30, okay? He's got 12 touchdown passes, 12 interceptions, and I think 6 or 7 fumbles. That team won because their defense played pretty well and the rest of the people played around pretty good. Last night was the first time that our defense actually played pretty good. Because I know the score says 23 points, but we took a safety. I'm still wondering what happened to our special teams standout coach. I'm still waiting for that one to turn around. But we took a safety on the punt. So that's 21 points. And then we got hosed because they were offsides on the strip sack of Danucci, and the guy was down on the fumble. So they got 7 points there. So the defense actually only gave up 15 points. In the time since Dak Prescott's been left, the 3 games, we've scored a grand total of 22 points. And that includes garbage time. That includes garbage time, by the way, okay? Garrett Lawrence, thank you very much, man. You're here for the ladies? Oh, you're here for the ladies? Yeah, man, you know how it is. You know how it is. Some of those YouTubers try and chase all the lovely ladies out of here. We don't do that. We love the ladies dressing up the man cave. It smells so much better when we have a few of them around because some of y'all guys, you need to get the Old Spice. You need to get and don't just put the Old Spice on and not take a shower, okay? Because now you just got sweet funk, okay? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. But would you rather Sarah Green? What's up with Sarah? Sarah, and we got Gina too. What's up? Oh, let me get my baby white. See if I can get it there. What's up, ladies? How you doing tonight? Okay, that's not a good bear, but that's my deep voice. Up, Lola. What's up, Lola? Look at, the ladies are you notice? Y'all guys can't even get a word in edgewise here because all the ladies up in here. What's that? No, wait, hold. Did you? Oh, whoa, son. Are you trying to get this in here? Did you just tell me to do something like Philly 500 does?
I'm just saying you can do the timer thing where you can do like a 2 or 3 separate things.
There is nothing out there that I want to do like Philly 500. Mark's flirting. A triple OG. I'm just trying to make the. Listen, it's a rough season. Okay, it's rough. Our Cowboys stink. They ain't bringing them in. Hey, sometimes you got to show a little skin, okay, to get that job done. I ain't showing no skin, okay? I ain't showing no skin, but you know what I'm saying, Sometimes you get more bees with honey than vinegar, okay? But anyway, Eagle fans, when you look at that quarterback that you guys actually are saying, it might be time to bench him. I'm sorry. That dude is not good. And maybe I'm salty. Maybe I'm trying to deflect. I know my team is garbage. But see, we, by definition, the Cowboys right now, we're slump busters. We are slump busters. You saw the Washington football team look like, boom, like this was the 80s. The Washington football team rushed for over 200 some yards. They beat us they scored 28 points to 3. Eagles, you were losing at halftime to the worst team in football. Your quarterback threw for 123 yards. So people who hate Dak Prescott, hey, listen, Dak ain't the problem. And as Carson Wentz has proved, you need a whole team to win. It can't be just the quarterback because he's not the one that's doing it. Now, we were told that, Zeke Elliott is Batman and Dak Prescott the bus driver. Apparently, Dak Prescott is the whole Justice League. He's all those superheroes. Because I look at how guys have literally gone off a cliff. Now, we've had Terrence Steele starting pretty much the whole season, right? Am I wrong on that? Terrence Steele's been starting almost all season, right? Terrence Steele is Chaz Green reincarnated. Literally. He gave up 7 pressures and 3 sacks last night. 7 pressures and 3 sacks. Okay, you're not going to win too many games, even with Dak out there. But Dak at least could work around with that stuff. He could get out of the guy's way. He could buy time in the pocket and hit the open man or something. Right now, between Andy Dalton and DiNucci, Hoochie Coochie DiNucci, we couldn't do anything. We literally scored 22 points. Alan Williams, thank you very much. To all the ladies in the place with the style and grace. Oh, Lola Calois, Miss Anita, Jackie, Sarah Green, Crystal May. Don't forget Jessica up in there. Don't forget Jessica Allen. Who else am I forgetting in here? But we appreciate you all being here. Crystal. I can't forget Crystal May. How can I forget that? Michael bitch slapped me if I forget Crystal. We got problems. But I actually feel, seeing some of that game last night, I actually feel a little bit better than I did before. I feel better because at least the defense looked better. We looked at it and said, we need to go out and we need to get some free agents. So we got the Dontari Pose, we got the Emerson Griffin, we got the Gerald McCoy, we got the Darryl Worleys, we ended up getting the Clinton Ha-Ha Dicks. We kept spending a whole bunch of money because, see, there's still a few you haters out there, and those YouTubers out there that said Dak sucks, he's inaccurate, he's oh man, we need to get Trevor Lawrence because Dak's not the answer here. Okay, all you YouTubers that have been out there hating on him, please smack yourself again, smack again. Okay, you're wrong. Admit when you're wrong. Okay, admit it. You're wrong. Oh man, here we go. Burgundy and gold fan all day. Like I said, man. Echo audio? Audio's echoing? Are you telling me my audio's echoing? Are you bullcrapping me? Okay. Cop Pizzle is hiding. He streamed the Dallas. I know he did a post game after the Cowboys. I know he did that after the game. And it's kind of funny because I put that clip. He actually copyrighted me. Okay, so Adrian. Okay, Adrian, if you're bullshitting me, I'm gonna block you. Okay, because you're the only one here keeps saying echo, echo, echo. All right. Next time I see you do that, the next time a mother humper tries to do that stuff because, see, you got to understand, this is broke-ass media. It's broke-ass media. I'm running all this stuff here. I'm believing you, okay? I'm literally believing you because you haven't been proven that you're a liar, okay? So then I start going through and I start messing stuff up. Why are you going to mess up the show like that? Are you 10 years old in your mama's basement? Is that what it is? You're 10 years old in your mama's basement and you're trying to mess it up for all the other people? Oh, Gina. What's up, Gina? How you doing, Gina? Okay. All right. Now I done scared him now. I done scared him. All right. So watching the game last night, after we dropped some weight, we cut some fat. We got rid of Don Terry Poe. We got rid of Daryl Worley. We ended up trading not Gerald McCoy. We ended up trading, Emerson Griffin. Got back at least a 6th, maybe a 5th round draft pick. The defense, for the first time, showed up. D-Law was actually one of the better defensive ends this past week. D-Law played the way you expected to see him playing after he signed the big contract. I was like, oh, my God. D-Law, a sack, strip fumble? Are you kidding me? D-Law, Mike, were you surprised? He had 2, but the first time I was like, oh, my God, smack me. I was just like,
What the hell's going on out here?
because I was like, wow. Oh, Daryl, were you reading my mind? Daryl, oh, wow. Daryl. See, Daryl, I'm going to tell you. See, they say great minds think alike. Let me show you something here. Here's what's funny. And I hate. This is one of those things I hate to do. But unfortunately, football and Father Time are undefeated. I sat right here 2 years ago and I said, the Dallas Cowboys are going to have some tough decisions that they need to make about paying some players. And one of the players I talked about was Tyrone Crawford. Because I said, Tyrone Crawford, you got to look at that and say, he's a $9 million cap hit. If you let him go, you could have saved 8. I'm not talking about this offseason. I'm talking about the year before. And what everybody, all the other YouTubers out here said to me, no, man, Crawford, he does the dirty work. He can play tackle. He can play defensive end. He's a team captain. You can't get rid of that guy. He's a true blue Dallas Cowboy player. But, so is Roger Staubach. But at some point, you had to say, Roger, the time's done. And, of course, last year, he got hurt. Double hip surgery. And I said again, as we start looking at and talking about a quarterback that we need to pay, I said, there's a couple of guys that you look there and say, if we let them go, we can save money. We could have saved $8.5 million on Tyrone Crawford, right? And people got mad at me. I said, listen, it's not what I want to do, but I said, these are the kind of discussions you have to have inside of, the facilities and say, am I going to get $9 million worth of production out of Tyrone Crawford, or can I use that $8.5 million for something else? Because people say, don't sign Dak Prescott because you need to spend the money on a defense. Well, we spent a whole bunch of money on the defense. And right now we got a boatload of dead money because of Gerald McCoy, because of Don Terry Poe, Clinton Ha-Ha Dix, Daryl Worley, and all these guys, okay? We spent money, and what did we get out of it? We got better getting rid of them. Howard Floyd in-house. Oh, my goodness. 13-3 Giants. Uh-oh, time to break him up. Damn. Thank you very much, Howard Floyd. We appreciate it. Man, Howard Floyd, you are really the YouTube builder out there, okay? Because you support so many different YouTube channels. Shout out to you. In fact, Howard, email me because I'm going to send you something special tonight, okay? Chris Law, shout out to you. Giants are exposing the Bucs big time right now. It goes to show you that sometimes other people can win. So, as we go through and we look at this, because right now Tyrone Crawford has one solo tackle on the year. One solo tackle and 5 total combined. Last year, we got 3 combined tackles and 1 solo. So right here with Tyrone Crawford, $20 million is what we spent the last 2 years. I'm sorry, 19.5. Here's what's crazy. This is what gives me hope. Is Randy Gregory. Last night, Randy Gregory, a guy who's only costing us $800,000 this year. We have him under contract for next year for about $1 million. Last night, he had 4 solo tackles and 1 quarterback hit. Oh, and also unnecessary roughness call. That was one of those bullshit ones. But you got a guy who's hungry and who's young. Dak fan. Thank you, Dak fan. Yeah. Well, we did see a little bit more passion from Mike Nolan because I think he's feeling it. Jerry Jones, I know. Hi, Jerry Jones. I know you're here listening. If Jerry Jones was here listening, don't feel bad. Hey, Adrian, I know it's fun. I know it's fun. It's cute and all that. But see, here's the thing about that. And I'm not. I didn't try to make you feel bad, but I did. But I didn't mean to make you feel bad. But the thing is this. I'm old. I am 55 years old. Okay, I'm the old guy on the front of the porch saying, "Get off my lawn." Okay. And we have a lot of people that are in here. We got the lovely ladies that are in here because, we love the ladies. We love the ladies that are in here. We got a lot of people that are older ages and stuff like that are like me. And it's really not a trash shit talking show. It's really actually trying to have a discussion with family members. And then, it's kind of funny to see, oh, Mark's going crazy. I made him go crazy and he's messing stuff up. But it's kind of messing up for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Miss Jackie. They are on every channel, the same mess, week in and week out. Vosh told them that's why they can't say why. I missed the rest of that, Jessica. What people are on Vosh's channel? I know, but Kenneth, I agree. I know he didn't get a chance. I agree. He didn't get a chance. And he probably more than anybody else, because you could tell that he was passionate about being with the Cowboys. We had Don Terry Poe, who reported the training camp. He was on the PUP list along with Tyrone Crawford. You remember? Do you guys remember that? Beginning of training camp, which was shortened, Don Terry Poe and Tyrone Crawford were on the PUP list. They could not physically perform. And then you hear that he's overweight and so on. So you look at that and say, that was just wasted money. But my point being is here. You look at the defense last night. Who was a free agent? Who was somebody that we brought in? Nobody. You had Randy Gregory. You had DeMarcus Lawrence. Sean Lee for 4 plays. You end up having people, that talent that you brought in. And for the most part, when you get that talent in the draft, Howard Floyd, man, if Howard, the sad thing is, if we had that defense, for the other part of the season, we wouldn't have lost a game when Dak was still healthy. We wouldn't have lost a game. We got takeaways. You can see the takeaways led to our points. Now, we didn't have a quarterback that could take us all the way down there and things. Zeke still looks kind of like he's a shell of himself and things. But you can see what having a defense does, what takeaways will do for a team. The Eagles, by all rights, should not have won that game if we had any semblance of an offense. But I still think that we could have done better had we said to Dianucci, okay, Dianucci, here's the plays that you've been working on regular in practice. We're going to cut this down to 15 plays. We got 15 plays that you have done here right now. We're going to make sure that you know that like the back of your hand. Even if we run the same play and it stops, at least you know how to do it. You know what we're doing. But you didn't do that. So you finally have him here at practice. We're talking about practice.
We talking about practice, not a game.
You finally have him at practice as the starter, and you didn't just say, oh, we're going to go ahead and do a double reverse and not practice it. How much time did you spend working on the trickery as opposed to working with the receiver and the quarterback. Because, see, each quarterback has a different, Gina, how you doing? Welcome, Gina. Every quarterback is a little bit different. Some throw a ball that's a little harder. Some throw a little softer. Some of them have that ball humming. Some of them kind of floated to you. And you have to get used to that. Instead of working on those and saying Dianucci, so Dianucci is kind of like high and outside, so I got to be prepared to be high and outside. You spend all this time doing Wildcat with Zeke in there and all the trickery, and the only one that got tricked is us. So that's where I start wondering about the coaching. David, they say they reviewed it and they didn't overturn it. Do you trust our front office? And Miss Jackie, that's the constant throughout all this time, and we know. It just seems like the Cowboys keep making the same mistakes. We're kind of in cap hell because of what we kind of did back in the 90s. Frank Fleece, thank you very much. And Dak, I still trust for next year. Oh, man, you got to. Crawford must have something on Jerry. And that's one of those ones. Don't get me wrong. Tyrone Crawford has always been a stand-up guy and everything else on the team. And he got that $54 million contract, which you will see through the end. But you got to look at that and say, did he give us $54 million worth of production? But here's where, like I said, I feel hope. I feel some hope because I saw some players on the defense. Gallimore didn't play that much last night. But Gallimore, let me see. I think I got Gallimore's numbers in here. I didn't see it. Well, I didn't see any tackles or anything last night. But he's got more tackles and stuff. He's played in 6 games. Oh, that's interception. We know he doesn't have any interceptions. But he's got 7 tackles and 1 tackle for a loss. And again, a guy who's not costing you much. Now you're asking, okay, so what's your point? My point being is this. Going full circle on everything that I've been talking about here, about sometimes when you win, you can actually lose. Mark, you ain't reading my super chat. Jack the Great. Did I miss you? I'm sorry, Jack. What was your... I apologize, Jack, but sometimes I'm looking over at this camera. I'm looking over this way. I'm carrying on the conversation there. Jack. Frank and Dak, I trust for next year. Jack. I don't... How far back is it, Jack? Well, I'll tell you what, Jack, can you repeat in the comment what it was? Because I don't see, it's way back there and I can't get back there. Alan Williams, Jackie Smith, that's the truth. You just said it right there. Don't trust the Joneses. Unfortunately, I'm beginning to wonder, you kind of got me off topic, but we keep hearing Stephen Jones, and Stephen Jones is beginning to get like Jerry Jones. Have you noticed that? Last week, he was talking about practice. We had a great week of practice and things. We just got to get it to translate into the game. And I'm beginning to realize that he's becoming a snake oil salesman too, because he was saying last week about Terrence Steele. Oh, we love his length, and he's doing some great games. The dude gave up 7 pressures and 3 sacks. He's a human turnstile.
See, when it comes to Jerry Jones, whatever he says is the opposite. That's what it is.
All right, so we moved up. Instead of us being right now division leaders like the Eagles right now, the lowest they will draft if they win the division, it's still a lot left to play. We're seeing the Giants right now win. Hell, the Giants might win it.
It's almost a halftime. The Giants are leading.
Eagles are at 19. We're at 5. Some people say, let's tank for Trevor. And there's also Justin Fields. I'm butchering names. I always do that. I'm the name butcher. That's what I do. Hardith? Is that how you say it, Hardith? I butchered that one, didn't I? Chopped the crap out of it. Change offensive coordinators. Anyway, I think we're going to do quite a bit of changes, and I think that Mike McCarthy is going to be trying to save his own skin. But here's the deal. Right now we got 5 on it. We're the 5th pick in the draft. It could get a little bit worse. It could get a little worse. You could potentially be a top 3. I know it sounds crazy, but you could be a top 3. You might be in line to get Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence. If that's the case, what do you think I'm doing? What do you think I'm doing? If we're in position to take one of those guys, if we're a top 3 draft pick, what I am open for business. I'm open for business. The bidding starts at 3 number ones. 3 number ones. The coaching failed the team last night. Howard Floyd, you're on the money on that one. We had a chance in that game if we hadn't been hosed by the refs and the coaches. We had a chance. We had a chance all the way around. I'm keeping my quarterback, Dak Prescott. You can't tell me right now when you look at Dak now and you look at a Carson Wentz who's getting it, you see how much money he's getting. You look at some of these guys out there and all of a sudden you kind of say, you know what? Dak is a lot better than I thought he was. Because you look at somebody like Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, oh my God. He's done for the season. I don't know what it is about Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper, but Amari Cooper reached heights that he hadn't before. Amari Cooper was one of the best receivers in football with Dak. I'm tripping, Mr. Terminator 73? What am I tripping about? What am I tripping about? What am I tripping about, Mr. Terminator? Amari Cooper, look what he's done in 3 games without Dak. Dak Prescott elevated that guy. Because Dak can move around the pocket, you can see one of the few things that actually worked was when the Nooch was actually running some and being a little bit of a threat. Yes, we don't want Jason Garrett. No, I don't want, no. Miss Anita, I'm with you on that one. Fans so sad, they just want a puppet coach all over again. What do I think about Kellen Moore play calling? I think, here's what I'm going to say.
Well, what happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked, or the second half. We just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensive.
Wait, hold on. Yankin Bass. Whoa. Yankin Bass, I have 5,000 subs. Don't ignore me, bro. Say what? Okay. All right, back to what I was saying.
What happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked, or the second half. We just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. Horse. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk.
Okay. That is my favorite quote right there. That's my favorite one. But you know what's kind of interesting here? Oh, there's one. There's one of those cockroaches. Mark, you're not tripping. I agree. You should pay Dak $40 million next year. You know what? At Philadelphia, I'd sooner pay Dak $40 million than pay the $33 that they're paying Carson Wentz because he's stealing money. You know, if Philadelphia, since you're here, I'm going to ask you this because it's so funny how with Dak Prescott, they would say Dak Prescott's ball placement's not good. Okay, the ball was here instead of here. The ball was here. Dak Prescott, he sucks. His ball placement, his accuracy's off. It should have been here. Really? I love how they've always propped up Carson Wentz, you know, because they call my quarterback Dinkin' and Duncan. He's Dinkin' and Duncan, right? Right? And here's the comeback for all you Eagle fans. Here's the comeback. Well, he's got a Super Bowl ring. Dude, Dude, he's wearing another man's ring. He's wearing another man's ring. You know, ladies, forgive me on this one. Okay, forgive me in advance on this analogy. That's like you in a relationship with somebody else, and you sleeping in the bed that they done slept with a whole bunch of other people in, and they got notches on the bed for each one of those persons that have been in that bed. Yeah. They ain't got a statue out in front of the building of Carson Wentz, and I don't think there's going to be one out there. Nick Foles, he got a statue out there. He got a statue. And as far as that Super Bowl ring, you know Ron Jaworski got a ring from them too, right? They gave him a ring for that Super Bowl. I didn't see him out on the field. I didn't see him listed in the game program, but you know that Ron Jaworski right now has the Eagles Super Bowl ring on his finger. No. No, I'm just saying. It was kind of like, you get a ring. And I'm not saying, now don't get me wrong, he was instrumental in getting him there, but there's a lot of guys that have a great regular season that don't show up in the playoffs. Okay? So we talked about Dak Prescott after his rookie year regressing. But take a look, Eagle fans. I just because you guys want to mess with me. You know what? I got to tell you, you don't want to play with me. You don't want to play with me, because I'm just going to ask, how is it that in 2017 when Carson Wentz was, I will give it to you, he was an MVP candidate going into the end of that season until he got hurt. He had 33 touchdowns. 33 and 7 interceptions. That was a great year. 3,200 yards. And that was only in 13 games. But since that time, 21 TDs, 27 TDs, and right now he's only got 12 at half a season. Interception-wise, for 3 years, they were good, 7, 7, 7. But right now he's got 12. And last year, he was second behind a rookie at fumbling the football. You can't honestly tell me as an Eagle fan that right now you feel like we're great, we're good, we're set up quarterback situation-wise. Why do you think they drafted Hurts? Why do you think they keep throwing Hurts in the offense there? Actually, Hurts threw a better pass one of those times than I think Carson Wentz did. Yeah, so you can see the writing on the wall right there. Dougie Fresh, da-da-da-da-da-da. Dak rented a Brinks truck today for a contract after the season. Giants leading the Bucs at half. That's unbelievable. Wentz is great throwing to the other teams. Don't get me wrong. Carson Wentz he's great for us. Carson Wentz is great. Okay. Oh, you mean as Philly 500 would say? Philly 500 would say he's ass. Oh, the Eagles Sports Report love it. But listen. I got to entertain Eagle fans that come in here because I'm trying to figure out why they come here.
Junior.
You're out! Don't you do it! Don't you! I got nowhere else to go!
Eagle fans.
I got nowhere else to go!
Do you not have someplace else to go? Because you're always in here, so I got to have something for you guys. Cowboy fans are amazing. Donovan Nab was right about Wentz. Oh, man. Yeah. But we'll see. He might turn around. Because didn't he have, like, Rhaegar back last night? Didn't he have Dallas Goedert back last night? Huh? What did he have, 4 catches? But hold it. It couldn't have been but so great. He only had 123 yards passing. 100. Wait a minute. Wait. Against the Dallas Cowboys defense. We are the slump busters, okay? Seriously. We are the slump busters. You got 123 yards and had 4 turnovers against a slump buster? The Washington Redskins look like the 80s. The Cardinals, hell, That looked like the Super Bowl year against the Steelers. This is the Dallas Cowboys. We're trash. I admit it. We're trash. 123 yards? Seriously? Seriously? What are we winning, Steven? What do you know that we don't know? Howard Floyd, Mark, don't waste time on these haters, especially the ones. Shout out to my man Howard Floyd. Does Dak have more yards passing than Wentz still? It's pretty close. I think Carson Wentz, let me see. Carson Wentz finally passed him this week, but only by 100 yards. Only by 100 yards. They don't give, and you guys got helped. Okay, Eagle fans, you got helped too by the field. Like I said, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it because here's the thing. Here's where there's hope for me. Looking at last night, we know we got some wide receivers. Okay, we got Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper with Dak Prescott is butter. His contract is not preventative. You got to keep it for next year. After that, you can let him go. Okay? Oh, Jessica, since that Black Cat game, it's been bad. I'm sorry, Sarah. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. Oh, man. That's the worst thing a guy can do. I apologize, Sarah. Don't ever call a woman by a different name, the wrong name. Oh, I called Sarah Jessica. I'm sorry, Sarah. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. But Sarah, you're right. Since that Black Cat game, it's been downhill ever since. It's been bad ever since. But there's hope. There's hope for our Cowboys. Right now we're sitting at 5. At 5, you can get a playmaker. If it gets worse, maybe you have something you can use to trade back with, get more picks. The one thing, for the most part, you can look at and say the Cowboys have actually been pretty good is actually developing their own talent. And this is what I say, forget saying we're just going to go out and buy players because I don't know why, but the Dallas Cowboys cannot get good free agents. I'm sitting here thinking, Aldon Smith right now, that was a good free agent signing. But you can look at Greg Hardy, you can look at Brandon Carr, you can go down the list, and it's like we've never had struck gold with free agents. Huh? Well, but he was, we took him off a practice squad. He wasn't a free agent that we signed, so we haven't had luck with those guys. So you look at it and say, okay, well, Van Der Esch actually played pretty well. He played better last night. Jalen Smith played a little bit better last night. But these are guys that are cornerstones, are guys that we drafted. So we need to get well in the draft. And if we are a top 5 pick and somebody wants to try and get up there to grab a quarterback and we can trade back, get us a couple of number ones, hey, all of a sudden we're golden. But remember, if you're going to be bad, this is the year to be bad. We've got a boatload of picks because as we go through right now, we're at the 5 spot. We got 5 on it. Yankee Bass, what do you want me to talk? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Ree. I'm talking to Jim. I'm talking to Miss Jackie. I'm talking to Lorenzo. I'm talking to Dylan. I'm talking to Stardust. I'm talking to Rachon George. I'm talking to everybody. Everybody, okay? What's up, man? What's up, man? Huh? What you need, man? And Stardust says, hey, Eagle Steak. So we get the 5th pick. All right? 5th pick. And then we get the 37th pick. Right? So think about not last year, but the year before, where we had like the 47th pick was our first one. We took Tristan Hill, and like Juan Thornhill was still there, as well as some other really good safeties that are doing damage. Wow. After that, we get 67. I think we get the 60s. Howard Floyd. Man, Howard, you gonna go broke. Howard's gonna go broke up in here tonight. Shout out to you're right. Oh no, Howard, I ain't never in 17 years made that mistake because I got a trick on that one. What's up, honey? Hey, baby, how you doing? Oh man, look, that's you the most beautiful woman in the world. You never make that mistake if you do it that way. Charles H. Okay, I'm talking recent history. Frederick. Come on. That's when we had somebody else who was evaluating the talent there. That's when we had Jimmy Johnson, who was basically saying, I need that guy because that's the guy I want on my team. That wasn't Jerry Jones saying, let's go get Charles Hale. No. That's when you had a talent evaluator out there. Just saying. Just saying. Our center, okay. And that goes, William, there you go. I was going to get back to that. We actually have to thank the Eagles for our center, by the way. Shout out to the Eagles because we made a trade to move back into the 4th round with the Eagles to get Tyler Badass. Thank you very much, Eagles. Appreciate it. So you look at that and say, okay, we got a center in the 4th round. That's pretty good. We got a lights-out wide receiver in the 1st round. We actually got Diggs, the first rookie since, I think, Terrence Newman, to get 2 interceptions in a game. A lot of people say he's trash, but you got to understand, he's the best cornerback we have. He's taking the best receivers, the number 1 receivers. He is literally trying to become a shutdown corner as a rookie who's still wet behind the ears. So you look at that and say, well, that's 3. And then you got Gillimore. So you look at our draft this year right now, the guys that are playing better than any of the free agents we brought in Clinton Ha-Ha-Dix. We brought in Worley, right? Diggs is definitely playing better than any of those guys, right? You look at Gillimore. Gillimore's playing better than Dontari Poe, right? Right? These are guys we drafted. So you look at this and say, we got 10 picks next year. 10 picks. And that number 2 pick is close enough to be a number 1. Maybe you take a 3rd. With that 2nd, you move up into the 1 to really grab somebody that fits your system. Now, I can't tell you for sure if the guys that we have coaching this team are the guys. I don't know. I don't know if last night was a mirage because we were playing the Eagles and the Eagles just stink, or if this was finally the defense getting rid of the dead weight and getting some guys out there that are hungry, that wanted to play, and that they're finally beginning to understand the system. Or maybe it was the injection of having a Sean Lee on the sidelines and for those 4 plays that kind of let you know what's going on in real time. I don't know what it is, but they need to find out what it is and bottle that shit and save it for next year so we can do better with this defense. That defense made you say, oh, finally. You weren't seeing guys that are lead blocking for the the Washington football team. Always a lady. I don't know if I got you earlier, but always a lady. Always up in here. Christopher Booth? Well, you actually you can if they hit. A lot of times you bring in guys you draft and it's kind of like they don't fit. But here's the thing right now. Here's where you got to look at this. Our whole secondary is almost all free agents. Lewis, Awuzie, Xavier Woods. I think Anthony Brown might be. I can't remember if we extended him or not. But right there, you got 3 cornerbacks that are done. Right there. And you look at the offensive line. Do you want to hold on to Terrence Steele? Or would you rather draft somebody and say, okay, we're going to take him, right? Because I look at it and say, we need a left tackle. You still bring back Tyron Smith, but you make him a swing tackle, maybe plays on the right side, whatever. You don't know what the deal is with Lyle Collins, if he's going to be right, if he was going to be a one-year wonder, okay? You want to get yourself another guard, too, to go in there, right? Right? So you need, I'd say, 3 offensive linemen. Am I wrong? I say you're going to need about 3 in the secondary. Am I wrong? I say you probably need maybe another linebacker. You use another guy on the defensive line, right? And if you can start getting rid of some of the dead weight, because you're going to lose. Tyrone Crawford doesn't have a contract. This is the end of his deal. He's going to go. And you have a lot of other guys that are kind of long in the tooth. You'd like to be able to replace, say, Cam Irving if you can. David, come on, David. Trade Steele for a bologna sandwich? Come on, man. Come on, man. That ain't right. You ain't getting bologna. You might get a potted meat, but not bologna. Come on, man. That's what, Jeremy. you can see you have to have a line. We took the offensive line for granted and said, "Oh, we're good." Now we did have McGovern. I got to go back and look and see how he played on there, but McGovern is still. He looks like he needs a little more beef in there. But you've got McGovern that's in there. Like I said, badass. He's good. Zach Martin will be good for 7 more years. Tyron Smith. He's going to miss time if he's back at all. And you need some more help on that offensive line. You need some depth. You need a guy who could swing. Lee, I wouldn't mind Sean Lee being at least a linebackers coach. Steele is still young. He could be good in another year. We'll see, but he's got Chaz Green written all over him right now. Brandy, well, the problem was, remember, we had 26 free agents last year. We had 26, and we didn't have enough draft picks to be able to replace all that at one time. But, we've already started the bloodletting and getting rid of some of these guys already. Steele is putrid. Yeah, and he might turn it around. He might. I mean, Chaz Green did the whole circuit, but he was still putrid. Jax is too thick. WWE Nia Jax. Why are we talking about Jessica? Which people do we need to get rid of, Jessica? I'll tell you what, Jessica. Well, Jessica, put him on timeout. Jessica, you have that wrench right there, Jessica. That's not for hitting me upside the head. That's not for hitting me upside the head. That's for you put him in timeout. Just put him in timeout and say cool. Just tell him be cool, okay? Because that's your warning. Just say, be cool. If you're going to be a jackass, I got the power. Alan Williams, he will never do that, but he needs to step down. Always a lady. You must be talking about Jerry. But I'm beginning to think that Stephen Jones is getting kind of there too, though. Remember, he was talking about practice. That was one of those. If I hear, there's just certain words. There's certain words that just set you off. Okay, I'll give you another one here. Okay, ladies, don't get mad at me, ladies. I'm not tripping, but ladies, that this is a trap that you set for us guys. There's certain things that you say that we know we are screwed. The one is, does this dress make me look fat? Click what button? As a guy, you can't answer that question. It's one of those ones like, oh, no. Because if you say, no, honey, it don't make you look fat. And she looks at you like, I look terrible in this thing. Why would you let me go out in this? Or you say, yes, honey, you do look fat in that. What do you mean I look fat? What are you trying to say? But when Stephen Jones or Mike McCarthy said, we had a great week of practice, that's when I just want to say, man, what the hell's going on out here? Are you kidding me? This is what Stephen Jones is now coming to. Oh, well, we're not looking at reshuffling the line. If you talk to guys like Troy Aikman, Troy Aikman will tell you, and just like Tony Romo will tell you, that they like the center of the line stout and stuff, and they'd rather make sure we keep that stout as opposed to putting Zach Martin at tackle. So he's a great guard. He's not a bad tackle, but, we want to keep that center of the line. Okay. Yeah, but when you got a human turnstile that's out there that's giving up 3 sacks, 7 pressures, I mean, I get the concept, Stephen Jones. The quarterback likes to have a clear view of, vision. Doesn't want people coming at the knees because you get the front of the knees hit, that knee's blown out. The answer to that, Robert, the answer to that is leave. Just don't say nothing. Just go out the door. I hear my phone calling. I gotta go. Okay. Oh, boy. But seriously. But that's what Stephen Jones said. So, we're not going to look at putting Zach out there. We're great at guard. But what you have to look at is being able to have the best players on the field. I mean, if you put Zach Martin, excuse me, you put Zach Martin at tackle and put Joe Looney at guard, that's got to have been better. That had to be better than having Terrence Steele giving up 3 sacks. You about to have a shot of Myers run? Shout out to Stardust. You go, boy. As good as Tyron Smith is, he can't and have not been healthy forever. Trade him while you still have value. What about putting Looney out there in place of Steele? But see, he's really not big enough to be that tackle. He can play guard, and I don't think you want to move Badass. I think Badass is now your center of the future. Ricky, no, you're not throwing away. No, you're not throwing away Badass. You're not throwing away Badass. You're not throwing away Zach Martin. No. That's right tackle is bad, and they should know. And that's what I'm saying. So it's like, Steven, you're beginning to get like Jerry Jones. It used to be when Stephen Jones says something, you can say, okay, that's the real deal. Jerry Jones always would baffle you with bullshit. And so now you're sitting there saying, okay, Irving left tackle, Williams left guard, Badass center, Connor McGovern right tackle, Zach Martin in there. There you go. Well, they're going to have to make some. They're going to have to make some move. Where are these? Excuse me. I don't know where these sneezes are coming from. Might be from being outside in the cold yesterday. Watching the game. No politics. William Taylor. The Steelers are coming to. What's the score, Mike? 9-14. Okay. Mark, turn the football gods around. They need to see this, and we want to see Joe Boo. Okay. Well, Joe Boo, I think Joe Boo's got a hat on for the rest of the season. But here's what we need to do. Mike. We need to do a drawing. We are going to do a drawing tonight for one of my football racks, okay? One of the football racks we're going to send to you. So all the great fans that have done super chats to help support the channel and are still Cowboy fans, we got to do something to take care of you guys. And here comes Mike. Trade Zeke to Washington. They had to take the checkbook away from Jones because he gets emotionally involved. Thank you for catching them. What did we catch? Roy Williams should be Cowboys' next defense. Roy Williams? You guys do realize that sometimes good players don't necessarily make good coaches.
I think Kellen Moore's one of them.
Was Kellen Moore a good player?
He's not a good coach either.
Okay. All right, so Michael's coming over here with the bucket. TJ Watt. Oh, man. We had a chance for TJ Watt, too. And we decided, no, we'd rather have Taco. TJ Watt's not the prototypical size guy for us. He doesn't have the right length. Yeah, that was a great move, wasn't it? Well, Taco's done a lot. Let me mix it. Okay, so all this in here are you great fans that have literally donated to the channel, and I appreciate it. And we're going to try and do a giveaway each week. I'm trying to stir it up because. Yep. Yeah. So we got Thomas Garrett has got a Billy Joe Dupree shirt that he won that's autographed. Okay, Mike. Mike. All right. Let's see who Mike's got. Officially Coco. You've got until Tuesday midnight to get in touch with me. Officially Coco, you are the winner chicken dinner. All right, so we need a roller. I'm going to head to bed. Dylan, appreciate you being here, man. Good night. Actually, I'm going to be heading there myself, too. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. Now, listen. Okay. All right. Let's get a little bit of realness that's in here. Thomas Garrett. Yeah, Thomas, yours is going in the mail tomorrow. Tomorrow is Election Day. I want to use Philly 500. Philly 500 who? This guy.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire the motherfucker. Stupid motherfucker. What an idiot. What an idiot. Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him. You.
All right. Philly 500. He's a dingbat. He's an idiot. He's an Eagle fan. But still, him and I don't see eye to eye when it comes to football and things like that. But we're still friends. We're still civil. Tomorrow is Election Day for our country. If you don't vote, don't complain about the situation that you're in. But what I ask is this. We're all Americans that are voting. Okay? We're all Americans that are voting. Okay? One country. Just because somebody doesn't agree with you does not mean I have to hate you. I ask, I pray, I hope that we don't have violence and hate and all this stuff, that we just go through and do our things. Because, see, people have died for us to have the right to vote. I want you to understand, when I was born, we were still segregated. Black man and a white woman, or a white man and a black woman, you could not marry in the state I live in right now. I was the first class to integrate. My parents had to fight, so I had the right to vote. Others died for me to have the right to vote. Our country was built on protest against England. And they gave us all the right to be able to vote. And by not taking that right, by not doing your part, you are desecrating or denigrating, you're wasting what those people sacrificed for you. Now, I don't care who you vote for. That's your choice. And I won't hate you for what side you are. That is your right. That is your thing as an American to choose who you want to choose. And in the same thing, I'm treating you the way I would like to be treated as well, as a fellow American that is exercising my right to choose what I want to happen to me. So please, go out there tomorrow if you have not voted already and vote. And remember, we're all Americans, and understand others out there like nothing better than to see us at each other's throats. All right? And so right now, it's time to get your shot glasses. And I need to, I'm sorry I'm behind. I have not added the latest fans and stuff on there. I got to get to work on that. But if you've gotten your shot glass, we got more of them going out tomorrow. Officially, Coco, you're the winner of a Jobu rack. Email me tonight so that way we can get your rack and stuff out. If you have not sent me your picture of you with your glass, email me right here, cowboysmark94@gmail, with your picture. And if you became a channel member, make sure you email me as well so we can get your shot glass. And I think we're going to do, for tailgate members, we're going to do something special for you guys all for Christmas as well. So it's time to get your shot glass ready here, guys. All right, everybody. I appreciate Dan Sharp, cowboyjoeboo.com. The link for my the merchandise is all on that website, cowboyjoeboo.com. And in fact, actually, I think you can actually click right up here on the top of the chat. That actually will take you right to the Joeboo store for the merchandise. Everybody, remember, get out and vote. And I appreciate you being here. Keep the faith. I know this year sucks. 2020 sucks all the way around. But hey, there's always next year.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.
Somebody said Brady's man. Oh.